Championship in Birmingham. They followed yesterday's win over Scotland with a 2-1 victory over Wales today. And that's the sport for tonight. Noel.
Thanks, Gillen. Well, you and many others may remember with affection or perhaps with horror the heyday of punk, when Northern Ireland's bands led the world in teenage anarchy and alienation. Well, since then, our rockers have slipped out of the limelight, perhaps because they say we're such a long way from the bright lights of London and the A&R men. But now, as Paul Waters reports, local musicians are back on the trail of the international big time.
Late night at the Warehouse, a venue in the docks area of Belfast. Like the rest of Northern Ireland, it's not exactly crawling with record company scouts looking to sign up new talent. But this week, 14 bands and solo artists have given up on forlornly trying to get the agents here for a series of performances. They're recording the best on compact disc and sending it to the record companies.
Whole world is sheep walking, can't count on trees.
This is pretty much anybody who's anybody in Northern Ireland music. On this, the people who are serious about it, the people who are original talents, the people who are not necessarily young, but who are enthusiastic, committed and going places, or, well, they would be going places if they were based anywhere but Northern Ireland, which is precisely the problem we're trying to address.
Musicians feel it's the cheapest and most direct way of gaining the ear of the British and Irish music industries.
We're trying to sort of make headway, and it's very hard, especially when you're in a province. You know, you're not near the centre, you're not near London, you're not English, you're not Scottish, whatever. You know, you're stuck out of the way.
Because now there's a ceasefire, things are just going to start to blossom and go in Belfast, and it's going to be a lot of tourists, and we need to have something to give them.
With this collective effort, and you know, it's packaged as Northern Irish bands, this is going to be Northern Irish music.
Lots of enthusiasm there, but realistically, will it strike a chord with the headhunters of the industry? One representative thinks it could put us back on the music map.
It's a great opportunity for them to hear what's coming on from Northern Ireland. And at the end of the day, if anything, it can only arouse reaction when they see so many good groups coming through on a CD. I can only imagine that there'll be more record companies over in the future to see what's happening over here.
It's hoped that ambitious musical collaborations like these will allow the Northern Ireland music scene to overcome its geographical isolation and focus on and encourage a new cultural explosion for the future. The last live performance and recording is tonight. The CD should be out in May or June.
Yes, that report from an almost laid-back Paul Waters. Nice to see that turkeys are not just seasonal all the time, and the very best of luck to them. I'm afraid it's going to be rather foul weather. Sorry about that. Here it is, cloudy but mostly dry this evening. But outbreaks of drizzle will return to many places tonight. Winds light southwest to westerly, and it will be mild with a low of 8 or 9 degrees Celsius.